we should probably just do the fantasy football thing. We can talk about all this other stuff for hours, probably.
So real quick though, if anybody's interested, we'll do a one-off in Phoenix of a D&D adventure. I know I got Carver. I know I got Chewy. I know I got Gary, Richie, Corey, Spear, whoever else. Rashawn, Deering, Chris, Special K, whoever. Like
Andy Mason.
Andy Mason. You're not even
in the chat anymore.
Hey,
No.
you know, I see that he watches some videos though, doesn't he?
I don't know.
I don't think he was deleted. I'm pretty sure I see that he watches some videos. So, hey, anybody's interested, we will do a one-off of 5E. I'm sorry, Chewy. 5E D&D. If anybody's interested, I will be the DM. But I need to know who's interested so we can get characters figured out and whatnot. Yeah, we'll do a one-off though.
Trust me, you don't start people in Starfinder, Matt. I mean, geez.
No, fuck no. God damn.
Stupid.
So dumb.
Starfire battle.
Hey, let's talk football though. Let's get into this week's. Carver, I would really love to start with me totally dominating Gary DeGrow.
All right, hold on. All right, welcome back to the Week 7 recap for Champions Corner. No facts, all opinions, some facts, mostly opinions. You know, we're gonna hit you with some hard facts. We're gonna hit you with some really bad opinions. But yeah, we're gonna get started right away with Mr. Harris just sticking it to Gary DeGrow. So
I really think we should we really hone in on the hard facts. Patrick Mahomes, what a horrible quarterback. I mean, what do you guys think? Like, 6 points? What a bitch.
Almost 7. At least give him the almost 7.
Almost 7. Zach Wilson got injured and almost got 7 points. Oh, no, he didn't. All right, anyways. So, yeah.
So, hold on, but was that the first quarterback drafted?
I believe so. No, yeah.
Excluding keepers, I would assume so.
Yeah,
So-
I believe so.
Man, I really think that's. I mean, it's tough to say because who knows if he goes off, maybe Gary's has a much better season, but you hear a lot about, at least I listen to a lot of people saying, if you're in a single quarterback league, taking a quarterback early is not the way to go. And I know I'm in a single quarterback league in a different league, and I took Patrick Mahomes with my first round pick, and I really am regretting that decision this year.
So define early, because it's interesting that you say that, because you took a quarterback in the same round that Gary took Patrick Mahomes. Because I pulled up the draft.
Okay.
So in the 3rd round, Gary took Patrick Mahomes with the 3 pick.
You took Lamar.
With the 6 pick of that round.
Hey, but that's working out for you right now, Carver, is it not?
It's no, it is.
Let me ask you, do you think Russell Wilson at the 9th pick is working out for the guy that also has Aaron Rodgers?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If you're gonna take a quarterback early, you should not be taking 2 early quarterbacks.
Agreed.
So Gary taking Patrick Mahomes early, if he plays like the Patrick Mahomes we have all seen for the past couple of years, is not stupid. But if you take stud quarterbacks in like the 3rd and 5th round, it just doesn't make sense. It's working out for Bashan because Wilson got hurt, but I think every week other than week 1, Rashawn would have started Aaron Rodgers the whole time, and it would have been the better start.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is there any quarterback in the top, let's say 7 quarterbacks this year that wasn't drafted in the first 6 rounds?
Yes.
Oh man, who?
So, here, so just so we know who the top, because I want to say, if we go by total points for the year, right? Really quickly pull this up. The top quarterback for the year is Tom Brady, followed by
Yep.
Kyler Murray. Matthew Stafford is number 3. Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and then Aaron Rodgers. And that's probably enough to like really cover that, right? But I bet you Matthew Stafford was taken
8th
way,
round, somewhere like
way
8th round,
later.
somewhere around there. Same with
Oh,
Jalen
for
Hurts.
sure.
Same with Tom Brady. I think maybe it was like the 6th or 7th by Corey.
So yeah, Jalen Hurts, I quickly found in the 7th round. Aaron Rodgers, also the 7th round by a guy that already had a quarterback. Trey Lance was in the 7th round.
That was purely for trade targets. So
Sure. Oh, there's Matthew Stafford. So we have 4 quarterbacks in round 7.
So, Kyler was my keeper, and I took him, I think, in the 7th round in last year's draft. So it moved up 2 spots, right? So I
Yeah,
got him
you
in
got
the 5th
him in
round.
the 5th.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. I mean, Kyler's one of the best quarterbacks right now in the league. I even got a text from Carver saying I was wrong about Kyler. He's a baller.
Yep.
So
I really
right there.
hope I was
that right there.
I was so hoping that hit he took on Sunday was going to be like one that was going to knock him out.
Oh God, I'm gonna tell you when that happened. I was at a Chili's with my wife and my sister and my kids. We went to the Pumpkin Festival up in Prescott, and that hit happened, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is it!" Like, I'm a Cardinals fan through and through, Carver. All right, you understand this because you're a 49ers fan. As a Cardinals fan, you can't take 6-0 and be happy with that. You just can't, because you've seen what they've done. And so you're
Because
always
it's a
like,
super fraudulent 6-0. You've beaten one good team.
hey, shut up. So like, but you look at the record though, not even the record, just like it's the Cardinals. Something is going to happen. It is what it is. And so when Kyler got hit that safety, right? It was the safety from the Houston Texans that hit him. When that happened and he was slow to get up, I was like, this is it. Like, who's our backup? Colt McCoy. I was like, great, here comes Colt McCoy. Like, great, it's over. Gets it all
It was
goodbye.
really good.
Oh, so good.
So
I was I'm a Cardinals fan through and through. I'm gonna always cheer for them, even if Colt McCoy is gonna be our quarterback at some point. But I'm also a realist, so I understand. Like, Cardinals' MO is to disappoint, which it's hard to say. I mean, you're a 49ers fan, you understand that because of injuries alone. You get that. So I mean,
Our team just
Gary-
likes to disappoint. Just because.
yeah. Chewy, Gary, Brian, you guys understand. I mean, Bill,
Well,
you're a Cardinals fan. I mean, then you got the gay Cowboys fan. Chris, you get it. Like, you all understand. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Well, it's like
isn't
we have
gay
that. We have that.
Cowboys fan redundant?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
everybody knows. I didn't need to.
Do we say that every week now? Like, I feel like we said that. Like, is that just the rolling thing?
He's the
the
only
thing-
one in our league, right? Yeah, because we
I
got
hope
we got
so.
we got Brashawn, we got Brashawn, we got Carver, who like the Niners.
Yeah.
We got myself, Chewy, Brian,
Stewart.
Gary, Richie. We're primarily Cardinals fans in the group.
Yeah,
Because Deering is a Cardinals fan.
me and Brashawn are Niners. Special
Yeah.
K is Cowboys. Corey is Seahawks.
Seahawks. Don't say that
Ye-
name. Seahawks.
Seahawks. The other 8, I believe, are Cardinals.
I think that's fair.
so.
Yeah.
I think the
So
4
anyways.
of us, the 4 non-Cardinals fans, are perfectly willing to put our team championships up against the Cardinals championships.
Look, just because you're bandwagony type people, it's fine.
Yeah. Hey,
I mean, that's why Chris is a Cowboys fan, right? Is it like I'm sure Chris grew up here
Hey,
Hey,
raise
Grade school,
raise your
like, all
raise
kids
your
no,
hand.
no,
Okay, so non-Cardinals fans, raise your hand if you were born in the area of the fan you root for, of the team you root for. I think
Yeah.
Corey and me are the only ones that are going to raise our hands.
Right, like I
So
know.
I do. I
you
know.
and Corey
Hold on.
are
Hold on.
okay.
I know a little bit about Special K's situation. Special K grew up in Bakersfield, California. All right. Special K, I
Really?
believe was yes.
I mean, that
believe,
makes a lot of sense knowing his personality.
Yeah.
'Cause
So I
Bakersfield's
believe.
trash.
I believe that Chris was given a Emmett Smith jersey, and that was like there was something that happened in his childhood, which was really a moment for him, and he was given Emmett Smith's jersey, and so he became a Cowboys fan. So that's that. You know, everybody has that moment, right? Something
Oh, that
happens.
Make-A-Wish moment is so important for such a.
So he had that moment. He became a Cowboys fan after that moment. All right, it is what it is. Now he's a Cowboys fan, which is super lame, but he is what he is a Cowboys fan.
Well, I heard
Um,
this on the radio one time, and I think it's one of the truest things I've ever heard in my entire life. And it's if you're a Cowboys fan and you were not raised in Texas, you obviously had bad parenting.
Yeah, definitely guaranteed.
So we talked about bandwagoning though, right? So let's talk about bandwagoning here. Chris, so Special K took on the Cowboys because of the Emmett Smith jersey and what have you, and that's a special moment. I don't want to take that away. That is what it is. But
We
he
will.
was so pissed off last year at how the Cowboys were performing after Dak went down, and then they had DiNucci, the best quarterback in the world. And he said, "You know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna become a Kansas City Chiefs fan." That's a fucking bandwagoner right there. Now, if you guys have seen Chris, you've seen the tattoos. He's got the strange music. The rapper, the main rapper for Strange Music is who? Tech Nine. So Tech Nine is a big Kansas City fan.
You seen the
So-
color of our skin? You see, like this, not Tech Nine fan. Not a.
Whoa.
Carver has no idea who you're even talking about. I believe he got in trouble with the law. That's all I know.
Are you thinking about ABBA right now?
Yeah, he's a big guy. Spear's a
Spear
big
like
Apple fan.
Spear, yeah, I was gonna say Spear likes that joke at the ABBA joke. That's a whole other reason. Let's not make fun of that. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Chris said to me last year, you know, fuck this. I'm gonna join the Kansas City. So that's a bandwagoner. That
So
lets me-
yeah, we should point out that Chris is not a good fan regardless, because the last time we were watching football up at Matt's house like 2 weeks ago, he was rooting for his fantasy players over his
Yeah.
team.
True that. Until Daniel Jones got hurt and he said, "Fuck this, go Cowboys."
It was, I think that's what it was. It was the Cowboys versus the Giants versus a rival. And he was rooting for Saquon and he was rooting for Daniel Jones.
And then
Like, he
Daniel
didn't
Jones got
care
hurt,
his
and he
boss.
threw the Cowboys under the bus once Daniel Jones got hurt. He said,
Yeah.
"Screw this, I'm going for my Cowboys." Hey, Chris, real quick, this is just for me and you. Carver's not here. Chewy's not here. My Cardinals, they're 6-0. They play the Packers, who are going to be without Devontae Adams come Thursday. Possibility will be 7-0. But again, I'm a realist. I also believe in any given Sunday, anybody can beat anybody. That's how it is. So, but Chris, I will say that there's room. There's room on this train, this Cardinal train. You want to join on?
I
Just for
mean,
me and
since
you,
you're
Chris.
such a
All right,
fan,
welcome Chewy back and Carver back. I just wanted to throw that out there to
yeah. Since
Chris
we've
there.
established you're very much a bandwagoner, now is the time to hop on the Cardinals train.
All right. This is
Anyways, what's our
Very
we're talking
ridiculous.
about the league?
All right, yeah. So let's talk about Gary and me destroying Gary.
Oh,
I will
let's talk
say
about-
that my booty hole was clinched
Matt's
this
just
whole
gonna
time.
leave. Carver's out.
Yeah, my booty hole was clenched this whole time though because I was really afraid of what was going to happen tonight.
Weren't
Saints
you only
versus-
down by 10 with Kamara left?
I was only down by 10 with Kamara, but you don't know what Saints are going to get because Drew Brees isn't there anymore. So I didn't know if Winston was going to throw to Kamara, and I was wrong. I got almost 30 points, 29.9 points from Kamara. Drop candidates. Are we talking about all this, Carver? Oh, he's gone. All right.
Left. He doesn't care. Just
yeah,
let's just
let's-
talk about the interesting things because we're like we established in a video that's recorded but probably not airing because we've established that the league isn't really worth as much effort as we put in. And this is all going to get recapped. We're just going to talk about interesting things real quick, hitting the winners
Okay.
and losers. So
interesting thing is Kyler Murray went off for 23 points. I am playing 3 Cardinals on my team from probably here on out. I have Murray, I have Hopkins, and I got Ertz. I picked him up on the waiver wire.
I like that they got to update the photos because Ertz is still shown in a green jersey.
Yeah. So on you know,
But
Gary
you
DeGroat
also
side-
got lucky because Gary had Mahomes get all concussed.
Oh, for sure I did. Like I won't
And
take any
Miles
of that away.
Sanders got injured, even though the Eagles don't know how to use their running backs. So
Hey, and who picked up Gainwell, which is funny. Let's talk about that real quick. At the draft, I drafted Gainwell. I'm pretty sure. Then I dropped Gainwell, and now I picked Gainwell back up, and he's going to be the number 1 running back for the Eagles.
yeah, I
Am I
haven't
correct in that?
Well,
I also love the fact that I sat Miles Gaskin this week, and this was like the hardest thing for me. I finally decided to give in to all the experts. So the experts say play Mecole Hardman and sit Gaskin. So that's what I did. And last week, Gaskin gave me shit all. The week before, 27 points on my bench. So I was like, "Fuck you, Gaskin. I don't believe in Tua. I'm gonna play freaking Mecole," and I was wrong. So Gaskin, good
playing
luck.
Mecole Hardman is always the wrong choice.
You would have been
Gaskin,
better off playing Pringle, which
Having
having
Mecole
your
Hardman, on your fantasy roster is the wrong decision.
hey, you know what? I don't listen to Carver when we talk about bench spots because Carver was telling me all year drop
Hey.
AJ Green. I drop AJ Green. Who picks up AJ Green?
he dropped him again though, because now Brashawn has him.
Oh, Brashawn has him now. All right, but Carver picked him up though.
Oh,
regardless.
It was a good
Oh.
joke for a week, but because I tried to get him because of the bye weeks, and I'm probably ironically I'm glad I didn't because the guy I picked up happened to be the right Detroit receiver.
Real quick here. Do any of you have like a fuck you candidate? I do. Mine is, and he's not even on my team in this league. In another league, he's on it, and it's freaking Mike Davis. Gary has him. I played Gary. Mike Davis got Gary a whole point. When Mike Davis was on the Carolina Panthers last year, when you had McCaffrey, and I understand, like different system, different things going on. I get that. I understand that. Like, what the fuck? Mike Davis, you're my fuck you candidate. You guys are in my Yahoo League. I made a big trade in the Yahoo League, totally different than this league. But like basically the first place team and I switched rosters. That's what happened.
Yeah,
And I played Mike Davis and fuck Mike Davis. Like Gary, you understand because you're a Mike Davis owner.
you
fuck Mike
traded
Davis.
for Mike Davis? Was that
No,
just
no. Mike Davis was somebody I drafted. I have Mike Davis on my team.
Oh,
He was
Obviously,
one
Cordero Patterson was going to be their number 1 running back.
of,
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
you, Court. I
How
hate
did you
so
not
much,
see
Court.
that coming?
Trey Sermon was going to be the number 1 for San Francisco?
Yeah.
Everybody knew that.
Hold
All
on.
right. So
Hold on. AJ Green, the last 3 weeks, this is AJ Green. This week, 8 points. Last week, 16 points. The week before, 2 points. Like, it's not like AJ Green is a stalwart in your lineup that's always going to be being played.
it's got to be a magical moment. I mean, like I was just saying to Chewy when you got up and walked away, like from here on out until the bye week, I'm gonna be starting Kyler, I'm gonna be starting Hopkins, and I'm gonna be starting Ertz. And that's only because the Cardinals offense is that. Like, right? They have all these weapons. So I have
Didn't
to.
you draft James Conner?
No, I did not. Not in this league.
Oh.
In the keeper league, yes.
Okay.
So yeah. But the cool thing is when they're on bye, I did pick up Mac Jones, and I also picked up Jonnu Smith. So
Hey.
I
Hey, good on Deering for dropping Mac Jones finally, though.
thank you, Deering. Thank you. I also picked
Now he
up.
only has 2 quarterbacks and still 2 defenses, I think.
Did anybody pick up Justin Fields? Because that motherfucker was dropped.
No, no. Why would anybody do
Why
that?
would you pick him up?
No, we want to win. Why would we pick up
Yeah.
Justin Fields?
Gosh, I was so on the Justin Fields train. Anyways, I'm off right now.
Why would we pick up Justin Fields and then make a quarterback bet with Justin Fields as our horse? That's dumb.
All right, let's move away from this. Let's go on to Special K versus Nielsen. Let's do
So
that
this-
real quick.
This one's real interesting because Special K gets a win and his second most points, right? So we'll get a video from Special K. Should be real interesting because it'll be the first true hillbilly video that's not just him drinking. And I'm sure the editing skills will not be there. So it will be tons of fun. But he should
Hey,
know.
to be
how
honest, the best editor in the league so far is myself. I'm gonna just say it. It is
Sure.
me.
Why not? I don't care. We'll give an award, like giving awards to a bunch of special kids in one room. Like, it's like winning the Special Olympics. You won, but you're still retarded. Okay. So
I'll take it. I don't care. I still got the medal. I'm
yeah,
good with it.
you get the medal. You beat all the other special kids in the we don't edit videos category. So Nielsen was probably busy burying somebody or dissolving the body in lye and forgot to take an obviously hurt Kareem Hunt out of his lineup.
The worst part is he had him in his flex. Like you could put him.
Right. Anybody could have played there. Right. And the thing is, if you look at his team, of the people, depending on how you look at it, either at a 50-50 shot of getting the right person in there or a 33% shot of getting the right person in there. Or actually 66, because if he had played either Michael Carter or Dallas Goedert, he would have won.
Yep.
The only trick is he may have, for no apparent reason, tried to trust Tennessee and played Julio Jones, which would not have been enough.
Hey,
Right.
but Tennessee did destroy Kansas City. I mean,
Yeah, but Julio Jones still only got less than 5 points. So probably not. Like if you look at projections, if you went 50-50 on projections, 12-point projection for Michael Carter, 10-point for Julio Jones. So if he just chose the highest projection, he's going with Carter, he gets the win.
So Carver touched on this in the betting video. Like Nooksner, I need to know. Maybe you can do a little follow-up video here. Why the Jets defense? You saw they were playing the Patriots.
So
Like
that's the other point to point out here is like, I didn't know a defense could cost you that many points. Like, that has to be the most amount of points a defense can cost you, right?
So
Oh, man, it's so bad.
I thought maybe they just didn't look at their lineup and just kept the same stuff from the previous week.
No, because
But no.
I think when Chris complained about him having Kareem Hunt in the lineup, he had a defense that had a bye week in his lineup. So he dropped somebody that would have got him 0 points and still won him the game.
Yeah,
to pick up
it was the Jaguars
New York
because
Giants.
last week the Jaguars got negative
Jets.
1 point.
Yes.
So for 2 weeks, the past 2 weeks, his defense has got him a total of negative 12 points.
Yeah. You might be better
maybe
off not playing your defense.
he should just not roster a defense.
Yeah.
yeah, just don't do it.
It may actually
Don't
be
do it,
something
Dexter.
smooth.
All right, let's move on to and let's go to Deering versus Carver.
Oh wait, hold on. What are you doing?
You want to talk about something on Special K?
Yeah, because
All right, go ahead.
Hold on, I gotta get back to
Pick up of the week, Dearness Johnson. We all knew he was going to go off.
Oh yeah. He looked amazing too. That'll be interesting when Chubb comes back, because I'm gonna guess they're gonna at least use him as the Hunt role. Oh no, wait. Yeah, that's the same team, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Making sure I wasn't thinking of Cincinnati. It's all that terrible state, and I just know there's a good bet about that. That can't happen because people are hurt.
So what's Special K gonna do? Because Devontae is not playing on Thursday. He's on the COVID list. So his little flex there, his best wide receiver, Devontae Adams, is gone. So who's he
Well,
gonna
and he-
plug in there?
You
No,
only put him in the
he's got
flex
Najee.
like that.
Najee will be back this week.
Oh
so
yeah, Najee's
Oh, yeah.
back. Yeah. All right.
The question is, it sounds like, is it Chubb might be back this week? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, Chubb could be back this week. Yeah.
So the question is, how much would you trust Johnson if Chubb is truly playing? Because like, is he going to get the Kareem Hunt role and still be perfectly viable? Because he looked good. And if we can talk it up, we can get Chris to put whatever in his lineup because he's not smart enough not to listen.
I think Chris, to be safe, don't play a Cleveland Brown running back. You just can't trust him.
Yeah.
Yep. Go with
Who's-
Sony Michelle. Sony Michelle, do that.
hey,
No.
I'm gonna do a break.
At least play Trey Sermon.
Oh, that's a perfect segue. You just said Trey Sermon.
Did
Who
I?
Obviously is not going to help me in the Spear season long Trey Sermon versus Jamar Chase bet.
Walk away.
So
I should
Um,
update that.
I'm gonna
Let's see.
everything I drink for the Spear season long is going to be towards the Trey Sermon gap for Jamar Chase.
Because
Okay.
the other gap isn't throwing.
No. The other graph
is
is
the other
growing,
gap? Hold on, I gotta
just
go.
not as fast. So here's 12 to the Trey Sermon deficit. The growing, like, because if I wait until the end of the season to try to drink the deficit in points,
You'll die.
I would die.
We established this like 3 videos ago, 2?
Yeah.
Because you've been
Yeah.
drinking ever since then. It's
Right, but I'm just
obvious.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to spread them out. It's all going to be for the Trey Sermon, Jamar Chase gap. I'm gonna just Here's 12 for that.
Right. Because who ended up with the other one? Javonte Williams is now on. Must be Corey because of the horse bet.
Yeah.
I like that. I have to thank Corey because his bets make me remember things about the league versus other bets. Yeah, at least Javonte got 14.2 this week.
Exactly.
I mean, sure. Unfortunately, Chase got 33. So the good news is you've now paid 72 to some total we have not calculated. And I'm not even going to bother looking till the end of the season because it's probably going to be ridiculous.
It's gonna
So,
be ridiculous. Hey, did you hear Jamar Chase best 7-game rookie wide receiver, best 7 games to start for a rookie wide receiver ever.
Like almost a scary amount. Like it's actually, I have it really, where'd it go? I thought I had it in an email because of one of the emails I get.
It's almost
Yeah.
like he and
754 to Anquan Bolden 621.
it's almost like him and Joe Burrow have had like a connection for years or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
So
only- Yeah.
Uh,
Stupid bad preseason where he dropped it and dropped his ADP. Like if he hadn't done like a terrible preseason, Jamar Chase would not have been nearly as cheap as he was.
true. That's true. Don't even Carver. That's true. Well, since we talked about season long bets and Carver sucking at that, I'm going to talk about me sucking at season long bets. I have
Hurts versus Baker.
I
Mayfield.
have Hertz. So I just did the math and I just plugged it in. So it is updated on the season long. Jalen Hurts has 17 16 for his passing yards, 1,716 yards. Baker Mayfield did not play last Thursday. He's got
That hurts.
1,474 yards. It looks currently I'm down by 242 yards that I'm going to buy Chris a stupid Cowboys jersey. I hope that's not the case. I hope Jalen goes down at some point, which is horrible. I never hope for injury, but I'm hoping now because I do not want to buy a Cowboys jersey.
Hey,
He's
but
not a
if it makes you
running-
feel any better, I believe Chris wears a child's schmedium.
Oh, yeah, that actually does help.
So
Just buy like Chris, get one of the Chinese knockoffs like he does for everybody else. They're only like 20, 30 bucks. You'll be fine. Check the
So-
Wish app or wherever you get those. I don't know.
which
So I mean, that's where we're at with that Baker Mayfield. Carver just paid some more ounces. He's up to 72 now. Jameis starts for New Orleans versus Corey. That's what I have going on. I said Jameis will be their starter all year. Currently, that is working in my favor, and that is purchase a hat for the other person. So I think I might be losing out on a jersey, but I think I'll be getting a hat. I believe I'm winning in the Terrence Marshall, Robbie Anderson. Haven't checked that one in a week. So, but
Terrace Marshall was out this week, and Robbie got at least 4 points. So
yep.
You're-
So
you're
I'm moving up in
leading.
that one. Yep. Which is only a shot and chug, so it's not too much to pay on that one.
hey, you know what? While we're on this topic, we'll do a quick segue
Thank you, Chewy, for
because
updating.
yeah, who cares? I got all the season long trade stuff going on.
Okay.
So Matt, you and Brashawn
Yep.
currently, we'll just talk about realized points being points that you've gotten from the trade that you've actually put in your lineup.
Yep.
Between Hopkins and Moss, you have gotten 91.5 points that you've actually used.
Yep.
Rashawn has gotten 104.4 points that he's actually used. So by that singular metric, he's winning the trade.
But
Yep.
it's closing, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
This last week was really good for me.
This last week, no. This last week you got 14.8 for Hopkins and a bye from Moss. So, and he got 10 from Kelsey and 10.2 from Gordon. So technically,
Oh, okay.
It
You
didn't close this week.
but
But it doesn't sound that bad.
No.
no, it's working out well for both guys.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I will say I knew that when I offered Kelsey that Brashawn was going to be more inclined to make a trade. Obviously, it's Kelsey. So,
I mean, realistically, you probably could have just done Kelsey and Hopkins straight up, depending on.
I really wanted Moss, Chewy. I don't know if you guys, I mean, Carver knows.
Yeah.
I was super high on Moss this year. So I wanted to get Moss. And honestly, I was, dipping a little bit on what Corey was saying about Javonte. He's so high on Javonte that I was like, I'll take Moss like all day. So I tried to do that Melvin Gordon trade because I was like, you know what? Gordon's not going to do much this year. That's why I did that.
Yeah. All right. So Bill and Deering made a trade a while back. Deering got Will Fuller, who he sat on his bench the first 2 weeks and has
That's
been
what I heard.
injured the last 3 weeks. So Deering has realized 0 points from that trade.
Sweet.
Bill has the last 2 weeks finally put Waddle in his lineup. I know he made that trade purely to have a rookie keeper option, but
Waddle's looking good.
yeah, he's realized 35.8 points out of that trade. So Bill, for two different reasons, is winning that one.
Yep.
I made a trade with Special K. He wanted some rookie keeper running back situations. I wanted some guys that would help me do a championship push this year. So far, guys I traded for have gotten me basically 50 points total. Guys he's traded for have gotten him 40 points. So that I really think that's going to be one of the best trades that benefit both parties. I think that it's going to help me do what I want to do, which is compete for a championship this year. And he's got Najee Harris and Elijah Mitchell, who he can have a rookie keeper in the first round with Najee, and he can keep Elijah Mitchell in like the 14th round. And that you basically take care of both his starting running backs without even thinking about it next year.
But what about when Mostert comes back? I mean, clearly the starting running back.
That's not a thing. So
I mean,
yeah, so
you might get more than one game out of him next season.
well, the curious thing is going to be when Jeff Wilson comes back, because he's always going to be their goal line back. And he just produces whenever he's on the field, whenever he's healthy, he produces. So Trey Sermon obviously is the afterthought, and it'll be curious to see what happens with Mitchell when Wilson comes back healthy. But that trade between me and Special K, hopefully is going to work out great for both of us. I believe I'm going to be part of the worst trade and the worst bet. So the bet between me and Spear, Jamar Chase and Trey Sermon and Javonte Williams, is going to go down as the worst bet ever made. I'll be on the losing end of that. And the worst trade ever made between me and Corey, I got AJ Dillon and Rashad Bateman.
I'm so upset at this trade. I'm sorry.
Well, you should have won rivalry week. Stop crying about it.
I'm not crying. I'm just upset. Okay.
Not crying. My eyes are just leaking.
As Gary says, you can turn down a bet. Like, I remember when you took the bet, I was like, these are the worst bets to make. Like, you're going to lose a bet and sabotage your team at the same time.
Yeah,
But
it is what
anyway,
it is.
I have realized a gentleman's 8.8 points. Corey has gotten 80 points
God.
from the players I traded. So yeah, it's not often that you'll have a player, me, make the worst trade of the season, make the worst bet of the season, and still somehow win the championship. Oh my God. Calling my shot. Champion right here. Right here.
Not your current trajectory, no.
Hey, McCaffrey's going to come back. He's going to be healthy. Saquon's going to
be
come
healthy.
back. Saquon's going to come back. He's going to be healthy.
That's how
Yeah.
hamstrings work.
Y'all can eat a bowl of dicks.
Sure. And Spirit's team that keeps scoring 140 plus points is just going to
God.
stop you guys.
So Carver, I gotta ask. We got a minute 17 left. Are we gonna continue? We got another video in us. We got 3 teams left to talk about, right?
Oh, for sure.
All right, good.
We've ceased caring about time.
Yeah,
Time is nothing.
time is an abstract. You know, we just kind of construct it for whatever purposes. It's all relative.
Time is like, apparently it's like gender. It's a social construct. It doesn't mean
It's
anything.
fluid. It's fluid. Yeah.
Time is fluid.
You either have it, you don't, you choose, you make it up yourself. Killer.
Apparently there's 762 different kinds of time.
All right. So this is what we're gonna do. I have to go take a piss, and then you'll send us a new link to log in. All right. Cool.
And we
I'll be right
won't
back.
edit this. We won't edit this out of the YouTube video.
No, leave it in. I'm gonna take a piss.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm done with editing. Editing's stupid. Just everything's just gonna go.
everything online. The internet's never a bad place to put stuff.
Now, all right, I'll send the links. Seamless transition. You'll never know. Okay. Let's do a different game. Let's do
We'll do mine because I said so.
Yeah.
So here's the fun part about mine is that my bench got me 0 points. Like I think Carver's bench got him 0 point.
Oh,
Rich's got his team 0 point.
hold on. I need
Oh.
to go back to something.
Oh,
It was the one thing that I wanted to say that I forgot about. What does it mean when a guy in your IR spot gets you 6 points?
What?
oh,
Oh, maybe it means
Wait.
that person shouldn't have had an IR spot and they should have been dropping another player.
Who is it? What are you talking about? Hold on. Go back. Who?
so
What game?
Special K has Jarvis Landry still in his IR spot.
But got 6 points.
So here's the fun thing, because I may be in another league that we're all in where this has occurred. Because I didn't drop anybody because they were in my IR spot because of COVID, but then got off of the COVID list. And so the thing is, the none of the sites force you to correct this, right? Your commissioner in your league has to hunt this down and do something about it.
Our commissioner's lazy.
Right. And so, yes, Jarvis Landry played this week. Special K had him in his IR spot. He was not officially eligible to be there, but since
That's
he
a
was
penalty.
already there, ESPN did not make him move him.
That's a penalty.
And my guess is he became eligible after waivers, so that any moves Chris made got made with him still eligible for IR. Because I think if he was off of that, it may have forced him then.
So the sleeper app actually makes you change that. I don't know if like Chewy, are you in any leagues with sleeper?
None that actually use it. No, because I think this is the only league that has like we drafted there. But if you actually look at Chris's team, he has other guys he could have just swapped.
Yeah.
He has Chris Carson, so it's not even a thing that's gonna matter. So Chris Carson could be an IR,
Yeah.
Tony could be an IR. So in the end, it's kind of a moot point because he's got a few. Baker Mayfield, because he was out, probably once they're ruled out for a game, can actually go in the IR spot. So it's not going to matter.
No. I understand what you're saying, Chewy. And yes, in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to matter. But he played a player who got points, who's in his IR. He owes us a drink, or he owes us a chug or a shot. That's a penalty.
I think that's a death net.
So I decided to look at this. You know who we should also talk about then is Spear.
Oh, let's.
Because in his IR spot is Rashad Penny, who got him 0.9 points. And on his team,
turn it around, Matt. Turn it up. You're upside down. There you go, buddy.
yeah, my only guess is that I would assume T.Y. Hilton was eligible once he got ruled out. So I don't know when they officially ruled him out. Brian could have made that switch.
I think Brian should have been forced to drop Josh Allen to put Rashad Penny in his.
That's only fair. That's only fair.
But yeah, because I quickly ran through it, and so the only other person that committed that looks to be Spear. So Spear and Special K, who both conveniently ride the short bus, are the only two that broke that rule. And that would be the second time Spear has misused the IR slots this year.
So I'm calling on Commissioner Gary DeGrow.
Who's not watching this?
Well,
Something needs to happen.
Yeah, you're a lame duck, commissioner. If you don't do anything, all I have to say is, let's go, Brandon. But
why is your team name now Let's Go Brandon?
Do you not know?
No, I have no.
NASCAR. You need to watch NASCAR.
Why would I watch NASCAR? I don't hang out with Special K.
Okay, so
Fuck you,
okay,
fuck
hold on.
you, Biden.
So
Fuck you, Biden.
across, so it started in college football games, right? Where the crowds would just start chanting, "Fuck Joe Biden,
Right.
fuck Joe Biden," right? So there was a NASCAR event where a guy named Brandon won, and he was being interviewed after the race, and the
Hilarious.
crowd was chanting, "Fuck Joe Biden." And the lady who was interviewing the winner was like, "Oh, listen to the crowd. They're saying, 'Let's go, Brandon.'" When clear as day, everybody
not.
knows they're saying, "Fuck Joe Biden."
Nice.
So "Let's go, Brandon" is the new "Fuck Joe Biden."
Ah,
I mean,
Yes.
it's on shirts, it's on memes, it's everywhere. Anytime you see anybody saying "Let's go, Brandon,"
got it.
it's synonymous with "Fuck Joe Biden."
Good to know. Yeah, see, I have done an amazing job of having no clue what happens in the real world. I don't really do any social media. I watch no real TV other than football. So like unless somebody shares it with me, like that I actually know, I have muted pretty much the entire world as much as I can.
In a way, I really envy that because you have this bliss of ignorance that oh man.
Well, understand I did it because since probably early high school, if not middle school, basically realized the world was shit and didn't give a damn. Like I've been out on the world as a whole most of my life.
Well, I think that's a big deal to do with not having kids.
I wouldn't mind the kid having.
No, up until the point that I had kids, I didn't care about anything because all I had to do was take care of me. And I didn't care about the future of anything for anybody else other than let me take care of me. And now that I have to take care of tiny humans and worry about their future, I'm like, oh my God, what is going on with our country?
Well, unfortunately, I think even with the kids, because I very much claim my girlfriends because our relationship is as long as that kid is old. I don't believe we're gonna save it, so they're pretty much fucked anyway. Like we're not saving. Like our poor kids are so screwed.
No. And I don't think that I personally, or even anything that I can do, is going to change anything, but I feel like I want to know what's going on more.
I think my favorite current parenting trick of my girlfriend is that she loves what South Park termed murder porn. So ID Discovery, which is just murder shows, has decided to start watching it with her 10-year-old daughter to explain to her how terrible the world is.
Yeah.
That's how she teaches her stranger danger.
All right. Well,
but now back to our escapism of fantasy football.
Smooth segue. I'm on
12 more for that bet.
Yep. Trey Sermon sucking asshole. Jamar Chase's asshole, to be specific.
All right, so we are talking now though about Deering versus Carver, right?
I think we were talking about. Well, we can do that one. Jump to that one.
Yeah, we're still on Spear versus Bill.
We weren't even talking about that one. We were going to talk about me.
Oh yeah.
We can jump to whatever. I'm just going to talk about me because I'm good.
No, let's talk about Chewy. He's obviously he's starving for attention. So let's talk about Chewy.
Everybody knows that's Chewy's role. So I lost to Rashawn, which I called because my entire team was on bye.
I called that too. We all called that, right? We all got that right.
No, Matt didn't find out about the bye week thing until after As you being the leader, I don't know why we don't make you choose first. Like, one, because of pick wise, like if was trying to catch up and now we have all the card bets and weirdness that he might differ, Carver should be choosing first because he's in first.
Yeah.
Hey,
And so
Joey,
if you want to differentiate.
starting week 9, guess who chooses first?
Good call, Harris.
That's
But-
that's good.
The only interesting thing for me, other than my 0-point bye week bench, is that I had Kenyon Drake on my team for the longest time. I dropped him. He was just sitting out on waivers. I got an update telling me that Darren Waller was probably not going to play. So out of my options, I picked up Kenyon Drake, and he ended up being the second highest scorer on my team. Like, yes, I lost. And he only got me 15.4 points, which is why him being the second highest scoring player is probably not a great thing. But, it's funny that he's suddenly useful post John Gruden.
Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, are you looking at Chewy's bench right now?
Yes.
That's got to be like the best bench I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
That bench is
I think Chewy,
scary.
I think Chewy got $30 this week, didn't you, Chew?
No, because you had to win.
Oh.
So it is the
No. Special K is gonna win because
Right.
it's the difference between
Yeah.
your bench and your starters. And
Oh, okay.
Special K's bench did shit, and his starters got second most.
So I was
Correct.
looking at this earlier in the day. So just of general bench scoring, right? 3 people in this league got 0 points out of their bench this week.
Yeah, you, me, and Richie, and I was convinced that one of the 3 of us was gonna win this money.
Right. I was not, because I wasn't going to win. So it was up to you or Richie to actually win to get the money. But
Which neither of us won anyway.
But even then, if you look at the rest of the league, 3 other people, their benches scored 10 or less points.
Not mine.
So like Brashawn's team only got him 6.3 points on the bench, right? Because I have that game up. I looked at it earlier. 3 teams are 0, 3 more teams are below 10, and I want to say like 2 more are below 20.
Yeah, Matt, how do you not start Mac Jones over Kyler Murray?
Yeah.
Right?
When did you start
idiot.
taking advice from Brashawn on which quarterback to start?
Right? I'm an idiot.
So
Probably gonna get a DUI soon.
Ooh.
is that what leads to that advice? That would explain a lot.
My DUI is like 15 years old now, so
I'm
an old man.
surprised I'm surprised he's so mad about having to do 2 strikeouts. I would think that would have helped his mood substantially, but he seems to claim it almost killed him. So
I still want whoever was doing the commentary in that video to always do commentary in Bergeron's video because that was
I
awesome.
agree.
yeah, my understanding of Brashawn is that he is like the Wayne Brady of his family, minus like his Chappelle Show appearance. So Brashawn is not going to choke a bitch or slap a bitch or whatever he says in that. He's like, I don't want to explain it too much, but yeah, he told me once at like a bar that he is the whitest black guy of his family, if I remember it correctly. I may be misquoting. Sorry, Brashawn.
Oh, okay.
But hilarious. It's probably why that company lets him work near guns and in the finance department. But other than that, he beat me this week, and nothing else.
Oh, my little call back to another thing. Robbie Anderson got 2.9 points this week. So
Yeah.
I updated that sheet. Robbie Anderson is at 43.2. Terrence Marshall is at 18.6.
Woo! Suck
So,
it, Carver.
so Carver's season-long betting abilities are really a shining example of how to place a bet.
Harris, did you draft Christian Kirk?
No,
Nobody drafted Christian Kirk.
nope, I did not.
Did you draft Mecole Hardman?
No, that was Spear. Remember,
No.
that was an auto draft pick on Spear, and he was pissed off about it.
So, of the 2 wide receivers on your team that you drafted,
Yep, Brandon Cooks. Yep,
and Robbie Anderson,
Yep, that's it. That's the only.
hey,
I'm
I'm gonna claim a win on my you drafted 0 wide receivers claim on our initial video, where I said your wide receiver draft was the single worst wide receiver draft
Hey,
I've ever
so
seen.
then you need to be happy for me that I made that trade with Kelsey for Hopkins, because I made a reality, right? I got the
Wait,
wide receiver I needed.
you're the 3-time defending champion. I'm never gonna be happy for you until you lose and die a grisly death.
That's the only editing you need to work on, is to just every time, instead of actually saying it, just squeeze it into the video. Just grab that clip and shove it right in the middle every single time.
Did you like the 49ers colors that I had playing too during the? Anyways, yeah. No, you're right. I did not draft a wide receiver. I mean, Brandon Cooks has been so up and down, which I knew when I drafted Brandon Cooks, it was going to be up and down.
It might have to do with the quarterback situation.
What? Not in
Maybe.
Houston.
Maybe.
Deshaun Watson's going to be a Dolphin, guys.
I don't think so.
I wanted to do like a dolphin noise right there, but like no.
I want to hear it, Carver. I want to hear it.
Like,
I feel like that's like such a weird football thing, the Watson thing. Like, either the NFL should have punished him by now if something is actually happening, or like every other team would have just kept him playing until something went horribly wrong, right?
Well, the thing is that the Texans aren't going to play him because he said he wasn't going to play for the Texans. So,
That's okay.
yeah.
so I mean,
the two of them are button heads.
Well, I
Other
mean,
teams-
obviously something's wrong with him because we have JJ Watt and Hopkins.
a lot had to do with the previous coach. Like Hopkins came out and said, like, hey, like, you know, that's a totally different team than the team that I played for. It's 2 years I'm gone from them. They don't have that head coach anymore. I don't even think he actually named him. What was his name? The head coach of the Texans.
Brian
Yeah, Brian something. I can't think of
O'Brien.
it. Yeah, O'Brien.
Bill
Yeah,
O'Brien. Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien. Yeah, he came out and said like that coach isn't even the coach. That was the coach that didn't like playing for. Like he came out and said that. He's like, so that's not the team I played. And JJ Watt came out and was like, yeah, they're a totally different team. I mean, JJ Watt, that's not 100%, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I just saw, this is totally random. I just saw a video the other day, and you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. A couple years ago, Hopkins or Houston and the Redskins
Oh yeah.
had a training camp together, and Hopkins got into it with somebody, and then
He got hurt. The guy guarding Hopkins.
no, it was a different guy. He wasn't even part of it. He just decided to D'Angelo Hall.
Yeah. It was D'Angelo Hall.
No,
D'Angelo Hall was
Hopkins got into it with a different DB, and then D'Angelo Hall decided to insert himself into the shit talk.
Yeah, he
and then they
stepped
were
up
going
and
back
said,
and forth.
"Oh, you can't do that on me. You can't do that
Yeah.
on me."
And then on the first play, D'Angelo Hall was covering DeAndre Hopkins in a warm up, like in a preseason thing. Hopkins shook him so bad that D'Angelo Hall tore his ACL, like in a non-contact, just being shook.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, the best part was like during that whole exchange was when Hall was talking his shit. You just see Hopkins. He's like, "I only fear God. I only fear God. Like the whole time, I only fear God. Yeah.
I don't know if that's the best part because I didn't understand that. Like, I know
You don't-
exactly what you're talking about, but I was like, okay, cool.
Well, because Hall's saying like you're afraid of me. You're afraid of me. And he's like, I only fear God. I only fear God. Like that's what Hopkins was yelling back at him. So Hall was saying, like you're scared of me. You won't defend. Like you can't handle my defense. And then he gets out there, he shakes him, and he tears his ACL. And Hopkins makes the catch, and then he gets off the field, and he's like, "What?" That was actually on Hard Knocks a couple of years ago.
Oh,
I used to watch Hard Knocks like religiously, and then I would always fall in love with the team that was on Hard Knocks. And then I stopped watching Hard Knocks because like I'm not gonna win fantasy football doing this. So yeah.
yeah.
Anyways,
Jeff,
yeah,
thoughts?
only fear God.
I do not fear God, but he'll probably kill me anyway.
So who haven't we talked about yet? We talked about B.
We need to talk about Deering and Brandon or Carver. Sorry. We might as well go there. The good news is Carver started his best lineup because, like me, as a staff.
No. Carver did not start. He could have started Saquon and he got more points than AJ Dillon got.
I guess that's true. Technically,
He could have started McCaffrey and got him more
he
points.
could have started any player not playing and got more points than AJ Dillon, that I think got put in the game to run the clock out and fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
The exact reason you're on the field is to not do
Wait,
that.
hold on. Did Carver trade for AJ Dillon?
I did. I didn't play him and he got 10 points. And I didn't play him and he got 15 points. And then I didn't play him and he got 5 points. And then I did play him and he got negative 0.7 points.
Smooth. You
So,
are learning.
honestly though, Carver, if DK Metcalf would not have caught that one touchdown for how many yards was that first play?
84.
Yeah. You would have won.
Yeah, there's two different leagues. Two different leagues where that one singular play sunk me.
Yeah. No, Chewy, he would have won.
Yeah. I mean, that's the fun of, you take one play away and that can do that, right? Because last year I lost in 2 leagues because the 1 week OBJ did anything. I think it was week 2, either last week or 2 years ago. He had that like 90-yard touchdown pass along with a ton of other shit.
He had like a rushing touchdown also. He had a rushing touchdown also.
Right. So like week 2, the only reason I lost was OBJ had his only good game of the season. But that's fantasy football where it's like, yeah, if you take this one play away, I'd probably be okay.
Well, it's like our dynasty league. If I would have started, Derek Carr, like most of the people, over Patrick Mahomes, I would have won. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's the key. Yeah, so Carver, other than playing every person that was actually playing on his team, which cost him negative 0.7 points. Nothing real interesting about his team there.
No.
Chris Deering, who had some options, set his optimal lineup. I mean, he only had Hunter Henry versus Kyle Pitts and Ronald Jones versus, anybody's going to, why compare it to. The thing is, the best part about this is Aaron Jones only outscored Ronald Jones by 2 points.
Yep.
So,
did you have the highest scoring defense, Carver?
I don't know.
I mean,
does kind of look like it. Quick scan. I will tell you, it's far better than Matt Nielsen's negative 11.
Hey, Debo Samuel had himself a game. There was something I wanted to touch on real quick. It was the Brashawn game. I know we're going back, but doesn't Brashawn have Ayuk, or who has Ayuk?
Brashawn has Ayuk.
Brashawn does.
That's a bust right there. Do you agree? You're a 49er fan, Carver.
Man, it's so weird. So far, up to this point, yes. Ayuk is just a huge bust, but
What was his
Nobody
ADP? It was
expected
like 5th or 6th round, wasn't it? Like Ayuk?
Well, in this
Yeah.
case, it was his Brashan's keeper.
so
Yeah.
it's twofold on that, right? It's Debo is healthy, right?
Uh-huh.
And Debo is just kind of the guy. Where Ayuk was the guy last year because Debo was never fully healthy. So they had to, and Kittle was hurt last year. So they had to lean on Ayuk. And I think that Ayuk has the potential, but, and this is purely speculation, but I think last year got to Ayuk, got in his head, right? He feels he's too big for his britches, right? He thinks too highly of himself. And Debo now is healthy, and Shanahan's like, no, he's a man.
So,
And Ayuk, he just every single time he's put in a position to do something has a misstep. Like a big misstep, like that punt this past week. And I think the hope for Ayuk is this season is humbling for him, and he comes back next season a little less cocky, a little less full of himself.
so you heard it right here, Brashan. Drop Ayuk.
Well, so here's the thing about that, right? Is Rashawn traded Zach Moss, who was his keeper, and he has Ayuk, who he kept this year as his keeper.
Yep.
And that's doesn't look good. So if I'm correct in seeing this, Rashawn has
No one.
no rookies, and Ayuk is the only keeper option because he kept him as his
Rookie.
so either Rashawn picks up some random rookie.
Or he keeps Justin Tucker.
No, I mean,
Justin
no,
Tucker.
yeah. So he keeps a random rookie. He keeps Ayuk as his rookie. He keeps Justin Tucker for his first round pick. Or
He makes the trade.
trades for Trey Lance.
Oh, is that a 49er love trade happening here?
It was the sole reason I have always traded or drafted Trey Lance and thought that Rashawn would want him. So everything's coming to fruition. I doubt Rashawn's watching because this is like an hour and 20 minutes into this video. But yeah, so my hope is that Rashawn will trade me Cooper Kupp
God.
for Trey
God.
Lance, and you can't fault Rashawn because he needs a rookie keeper who could potentially be good next year, and the Niners are going to move past Jimmy Garoppolo. Trey Lance is going to be the guy. Brandon Ayuk is not proving to be a viable rookie keeper. Of all the options, Trey Lance is kind of the best situation in that.
Yeah, the problem is Rashawn could take another sabbatical for the entire next season.
No.
And somebody's going to inherit his terrible team.
The bigger
Like,
problem,
yeah.
the bigger problem is Rashawn keeps winning. And so why would you trade Cooper Cup to play for next year if you keep winning and have a shot at the playoffs this year? And that's why it annoys me so much that Brashad keeps winning.
Oh, so is that your trade that you're trying to to figure out?
Absolutely, yeah.
Alright.
The secret
So-
one, the secret one, yeah. So
So
because
real
no
quick,
one's
though, I just
watching,
wanna-
no one's watching
since-
at this point.
Since I pulled out Brandon Ayuk, I just want to look real quick at his game stats. He's played 6 games. He's got 9 receptions this year, 16 total targets, 96 yards. That's it, and 1 touchdown.
So in a different league, I traded straight up. I got Brandon Ayuk and I gave away Joe Mixon.
Oof. Yeah, that's bad.
I have 0
You're
wins.
bad
in
at
that league.
trades this year, man.
I have 0 wins in that league.
All right, let's move on to Spear versus Bill, the battle of the cousins here. We had Spear destroy. He showed his dominance, destroying Billiam there.
I like-
Bill started
like-
the worst quarterback besides Zach Wilson. You know, Sam Darnold, who was playing the Giants and ended up getting pulled from that game.
Yeah, but you know what? That running back he had no confidence in got him like 25.9
Hey,
points.
that's true.
You know, and the funny thing is, I don't think that bet took place this week. So, no good to Bill that the Lions Tiger Bear bet wasn't happening, which
Yeah,
I'm
but
surprised
Bill-
it didn't, because didn't all those teams play?
I thought
So-
I did. I thought it was in your.
No, there was no. The only Corey bet that showed up this week was Tiger beat.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know why they didn't do the other. Maybe because they didn't want to include Herbert. Maybe
Mm.
because which
So,
would
yeah.
have been close
uh,
actually.
Real quick, Bill, if you want to trade me Swift, I got players. I will totally trade you. A guy who's on the up. Let me go to my team there. Bill, Antonio Gibson. That guy's going places.
That shin
do it.
injury will clear right up.
See, even Chewy.
Little
Chewy's
icy
got my
hot.
back. I'll throw it
Icy
to Brandon Cooks.
right away.
Bill, I'll throw him back. Brandon Cooks. Bill, let's do this.
Not a sponsor of this show, by the way.
Hey, so I gotta ask the 2 of you guys.
7.
5.
I think there's so two viable candidates and 2 non-viable candidates, but I'll throw them in there just for shits and giggles. The worst possible scenario for the winner of this league, in your opinion. Hold on. There's 4 people I'm gonna say, okay?
Okay.
Me,
Horrible.
Gary, which he's not going to, but like, for future.
Okay.
Special K, Spear. Who do you least want to ever win the league?
Special
Gary.
K by far.
Mine's Gary.
Ooh.
I love Gary, but mine's Gary because Gary is going to be even more. So, like, my wife even said to me this tonight. Actually, she said, "You're not doing so good in fantasy, huh?" And I said, "I'm not in our league, and actually most of my leagues, I'm not."
Yeah.
And she's like, "It's because you're boasting so much. It's because you're bragging." And I said, "You know what? I agree with you. I do because I'm not that like in sports. I'm not that player." But I said, "You know what, babe? I won 3 times in a row. I think at any point, if you're allowed to boast, it's when you win 3 times in a row." And I said, "You know what? And I'm completely content. I hate it. I hate the fact that I'm losing. But if I don't win out this year, well played to you guys because you finally stepped up and beat me. Like, honestly."
Sure.
So I yeah, perfectly content with not winning this year. I don't want to lose this year, but if it doesn't happen, I had 3 in a row. I think I did my namesake for Asian Matt. Rest in peace. I think I did him proud. I did myself proud. So yeah, That's where I got to go. But yeah, Gary, I think is going to just be so obnoxious with all his videos and whatnot. I mean, it's going to be hilarious. I'm going to love it, but he's going to be so obnoxious.
So the word that comes to mind is insufferable.
I
Yes.
think the thing is, Gary is the Tyler of this league. For nobody in this league other than Spear knows Tyler, and Matt knows Tyler.
Yeah.
The thing is that Gary will be an entertaining and insufferable. Like he's educated, he's got a decent vocabulary. If Chris becomes the champion, he doesn't have those things, so he's just gonna be hillbilly insufferable. Like it's just gonna be like obnoxious. Like he's gonna have no entertaining value. There's gonna be a bunch of yeehaws and some other things. It's just gonna be like you're just gonna watch it and be like, how did we let this guy win? At least with Gary, there would be like some semblance of intellect there that you could be like, all right, at least I can recognize this guy is at least of average intelligence. But with Special K, you will not ever see that from him. So you will only feel bad about yourself for letting him win the league.
It was. That's fair. Carver, what was yours? Who was yours?
Oh no, I was just curious.
No.
But
You're
you
not
have
getting
to
out of
choose
it. You
one.
need to pick. Yeah, you need to pick somebody.
And you can't pick any of the ones we've picked because that's
Well-
the new rule.
That's
Well,
not
it was himself, and who was the other one? Spear.
Spear. So I either have to pick me or Spear.
You
I
can
would,
pick
I
whoever
would
you want.
hate it if I won. That would be horrible if I won.
Yeah, that's
Well,
ridiculous.
obviously, yeah, you wouldn't pick yourself.
No.
You would be insufferable, but you're not the worst insufferable
So why did you throw yourself in that group though?
because he's insufferable. We
Oh,
just,
I think- no, I
but
think-
he is a past champion. So like why didn't you throw B, who like we've already talked about earlier? Like his lineup's not the greatest, but he's winning. And you even said yourself, like it's so annoying seeing that he's winning.
no.
So like
So the four that I choose were mainly because you two have a history with Spear, and you love to, you know, whatever, rib on Spear and talk shit. You have a history with Gary. Everybody knows Gary. Everybody, you know, he's got that side of him that you're just like, God, I hope he doesn't win because it's just going to be even more Gary-ish.
yep.
Chris has that for Chewy's point, like that hillbilly aspect, and he would just be so god awful about it. And I think this year, because of these videos, I'm intentionally trying to be a little more agitative. Like I'm just trying to come off as a little more assholeish.
does that seem like personality this league understands?
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's it. But yeah, we're gonna
Right. Real quick before we run out of time, Corey